Okay, we are officially live. We're doing some testing. This is going to be just some random testing of Rachel's new setup. She's getting it going on over there, and she's going to be talking about real estate and all kinds of cool things.
We'll try.
And so we're just waiting for some of the regulars to come in so that we can do some audio checks and so forth.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you can play with your brand. You've got your brand there on the right that's selected. And
I think it's spelled correctly, so I think we're okay.
For folks that aren't familiar with the system that she's using, it allows her to upload still images and also video clips. And she can play short video clips. She can also share her screen, her computer screen, and show some things. She is also planning on having another device hooked up so that she can show things from her iPad and or maybe another computer. She's got a switcher that can switch 4 devices. So Rachel, do you want to go through what you have set up so far?
Yeah. So thus far, so the main piece of equipment that we're working off right now is going to be the MacBook Pro that I'm utilizing, and then the ATEM Mini Pro, which is fabulous and has really helped kind of keep it nice and clean here. Because all the other equipment that I had was great, but we're updating, and this is us testing it all out to make sure I'll have less mechanicals on my desk, so that way it gives me more room to do real estate work, which is what I should be doing most of my time. 2 display systems, so I can see what's happening. And what's cool about the ATEM Mini Pro is it lets me see split screens and my audio and all of that right off the bat without having to go through a whole bunch of different maneuvers, comparable to what we just went through, Craig.
So
to make sure it's working.
I'm going to remove me right now and let you add me back in and see if that changes the pecking order here. So I'm going to hit remove, and then you can add. I'm going to say, got it.
Got it. All right. We should be good.
How come? Oh, did you already add me back in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just that quick. Okay. Now you see the thing that allows you to do a side-by-side like that. How come it made me small? I want it to make you big and me small. How do we do that?
Like that.
See, that's cool.
I like it. And then you can have other guests. So when we have other guests on, whether it's mortgage, title, anything that talks about real estate, it can be on the little lower, and we can split screens too. Cool.
Yeah. And also you can have you small and you can have your desktop big when you're sharing the desktop. So you could be talking about what you're showing from the desktop view.
Perfect. And then
why don't you try that? Maybe you do want to show your website?
Yeah, we can try that off the phone. Pardon the fly that's coming in here, because I did not grab my my iPad.
Now, the only thing you got to keep in mind when you're doing the square orientation, when you're showing somebody, is they've got to kind of be centered in the camera. Like see, if I move over, I'm centered.
Yeah, so we'll have to work on that.
That's the only thing with that. But that most people are going to be centered anyway, so you're not going to have a problem. I'm always off center, but most people are going to be centered anyhow, so it's not really an issue.
All right, let's see if we can get it to cooperate here. What's it look like?
I see the Smith's Partners.
Okay.
Buying, selling. I see you in like business attire. Was that go back to that business attire shot? Were you getting ready to like close a big deal?
We closed.
Was that like a multi-million-dollar sale?
That was a hurry up.
There's
and take
one almost $1 million. 890,000. Close enough.
Construction. Yeah. Here you
Now,
go.
what are these you're showing right now? Are these current listings?
These aren't mine. Mine should be on here. They're just not popular.
Those are ones that are available right now for people to buy, though.
Absolutely. Now,
Wow.
what's cool about this is
Oh,
that
wait, what's that? Oh, no.
Oh.
Go back to that house you were showing. Whoa, that one with the long driveway. 60 million?
Yeah, this is in Alexandria. Isn't
Whoa,
that
folks.
gorgeous?
If somebody
You wanna
wants to
see
step
pics?
up,
I mean,
if somebody wants to step up, look at that.
isn't that cool?
See, that's the kind of property you should be showing to my clientele on the channel here,
I'm fine with that.
because that is definitely right up their alley.
Look at that.
Yeah. That looks like something you would
Love
build. You do
the
some
detail.
custom building also with your
Yeah,
husband.
we do.
That looks
we
like something
do.
you could build for somebody too.
This is more our speed here. I'm into the marble.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
the black.
Whoa.
Now this, look, all we need here is just a cigar.
You could do your live broadcast from there too. That'd be kind of homey, like a fireside chat
Oh my God, homie, Craig, but
with that nice view of the river out the back.
oh no, isn't that gorgeous? Look at this. At the greenery.
Is that the back of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's no slouch. How much land comes with it? And it's right on the water, folks.
Yeah, it is right on the water. Now, it's been on the market for 263 days, so that is infinity.
They're ready for a deal.
They are ready for negotiations. Anything longer than a week, you can hit them in the sweet spot. Now, the acreage, though, is 16 and a half. And the property taxes are only $175,000.
Yeah, there you go. It's a bargain. See, that's the benefit of El Salvador. You if you had a spread like that down there, there'd be no
you wouldn't have to pay that. You would. Oh, it's awesome. How is the audio sounding? Is it still sounding?
Well, we don't, unfortunately, nobody's commented on that yet. I don't know where they are. They're hanging out. There's some people watching, but they're not, they're holding their tongue. Anybody that has a comment on Rachel's audio quality, let us know in the chat what you think about all that.
How does the focus? Oh, you know what? You can also turn off the names. Look, watch this. Watch. Oh. Look, watch. I'm going to put my name in here, right? And then, so you see that, and then you hit this little thing at the bottom, and it disappears.
What thing at the bottom? The blue thing?
Yeah. Show display names. On, off.
I'm still not seeing that.
Oh, you know what? I have this under brand. If you go under the branding.
Oh, under brand. Okay.
Yep. You can see
where brand. Show display names. It's a toggle.
Yes.
Oh, I wanted to know that. My gosh, you're amazing.
So there's little things.
So you just toggle that on and off.
You can.
But I don't. Let me. Oh, cool. I can do it from here too. You notice that? How do you like that?
Yeah, I see that. That's cool. All right.
See, this is where you could have a producer at a different location
controlling all of it.
They could be they could spool up a video when need be, load an image, change the lower third. You wouldn't have to do any of that.
Let me see if I can send this to a friend and get it, because I want to know how it sounds.
Get somebody else to come in?
Yeah.
Are you going to invite somebody to come in also?
I think I'm gonna. Would I share the?
Watch it.
Yeah, the video file. Would it be share video file? Is that how that would work?
No, what I'm saying is, if you wanted them to come in, you see the invite link down at the bottom where it says invite.
Mm-hmm.
You click on that. You can copy that link and send it to them, and they can click on that and they can come in with their phone. If they have an iPhone, it's real easy to come in. Your phone, you had to go into the settings, right?
Yeah, I don't think anyone wants to come in. I think I just wanted to hear what it sounds like while broadcasting. Yeah. But I guess That's not
In
happening.
which case, you could go to my YouTube channel where we're live, and you could share that link with them if they just want to watch. Or you could bring it up on your phone and give your phone to one of your little ones and have them walk in the other room and listen to it and see what they think.
That's a bad idea.
Okay.
I wouldn't suggest that. Yeah, no, I'm not.
I don't know where the regulars are. Maybe, I mean, we started a little late, but they should still be popping in. Usually they come in, they clamor in. So I don't know if they didn't get a notification this time. Sometimes YouTube is terrible on notifications.
Yeah, because we don't have anything interesting to talk about. I think we're just boring today. I don't have any luxury boots to talk about.
You didn't add any photos either to your brand?
I haven't had a chance yet. Okay. I have the Remax one. See that?
So, you know, it's interesting, Rachel, that are you going to have to hit that button each time? Because mine remembers the previous settings.
I think mine will too.
I wonder if it's not remembering that that microphone on button.
I think it was just manually on this device that I need to do it. It wasn't necessarily.
Well, but that's what I mean. I mean, I wonder if you're going to have to do that each show. Maybe if that's true, what you're probably going to need to do is download the ATEM Mini Pro software. They have some software that you can put on your Mac, and then you can, I think it'll remember the settings.
I want to change the background and see if this works.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
So that's our group.
Oh, but the problem is you can only see part of your head and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if I think you probably, what you might want to do, Rachel, is you might want to just get like a really good, like landscape photo or something, some real cool, like real estate-y type photo, and put it as your backdrop image.
You can do some of that.
You can have several that you, now remember, the only time you see that is when you're doing something like we're doing now. When you're full screen, you don't see that. Stig's in the house. He says audio is very fine, even here in Denmark.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Rachel's audio is good. Now, Rachel, let me see if you remember how to put that comment up on the screen. Stig's comment.
Did it work?
Nope. You got to click on his comment. Just click on it. There you go.
Yay! And then
isn't that really cool the way it puts it up on the screen?
Yeah, it's awesome. That's cool.
Now, when you reply, you replied as both Rachel Smith Realtor and Frederick County. That's interesting because I guess you're streaming on both.
Both, yeah.
So yeah. So if I click on his, it'll go back up there again. See that?
Okay, cool.
And then if you click it again, it just disappears. But isn't that cool the way it puts his logo on there and everything?
Yeah, I love it. And then and then you just click it to take it off, and then it goes off after that.
Just a toggle. And I'll tell you another trick. What I do when I'm showing images or something, I always forget which one I had clicked. So I'll click another one, right? And then I know, and then I can click it again, and then it disappears, right?
There's Kyle.
Kyle's in the house.
Hi, Kyle.
Kyle says, "Hey, guys."
Hey.
Rachel's back.
Can you hear background noise as well?
Very little. Very little. Occasionally I hear one of your little ones, but that's fine. I mean, that's just it's what it is. So outline your plans for this system? This is really the first time you've played with it.
This is the first time I've played with it. Yeah. So I'm excited because we were getting this set up yesterday. So ideally, still continuing the shows that I do. I like to record primarily. However, going live, I think there is a benefit to that. And having different people come in. Another thing that I can utilize this for is obviously I'm in the real estate industry. So not only when I'm doing my show and interviewing other parties, I can take it to houses and do home tours and things like that. I think actually kind of fairly easily. I guess we'll see how that works.
You said maybe your assistant could come in via a phone?
Yep. So if I have my partner or my assistant that's out at a showing or at a house or something like that, we can utilize that as well. So I think it'll be cool. I think we'll add some neat elements to the show that I do, The Real with Rachel.
Leslie says, hi, Craig and Rachel.
Hi. Hello. And
sometimes Kyle and Leslie, sometimes they give me a live report from the beach there in Los Angeles. They're at, now why do I forget the name of the beach? They're at Venice. I think they're at Venice Beach. So they're right there on the beach.
What's the market there? Is it as crazy as it is over here?
Yeah, occasionally they give a report. Yeah, they could give you an update maybe sometimes on your show. They might be moving to Texas. A lot of people from California are moving to Texas.
Yeah, like Elon, right?
So that's the thing. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like to me the key elements that you like with this new system are the ability to show the live comments if it's a live show.
Yep.
The ability to stream to multiple platforms at the same time so that you can have it on your channel.
Cool. Yeah, I like that a lot.
And our channel at the same time. And the ability to play short video clips. Like if you have a video clip from a house or something like that, you can very easily play that.
Yep, I might be able to pop something in.
Still images, right? You can do that.
Still images.
Now, just so you know, the videos do need to be MP4 format. So sometimes when you're going to upload a video, it'll gig you. And because it's not an MP4, and they do have a file size limit. I think it's 200 megabytes or something. If it's too big a file, also they'll gig you. But I've done videos that are like 5 minutes long, and I always do them in 1080p because that's what we're broadcasting in is 1080p, right?
Yeah, I'm looking for any of my little ones that I.
Leslie says they are looking in Sarasota. Well done. That's very smart. You guys will love Sarasota. Are you there now in Sarasota, Leslie? Do tell. And Leslie says, all because of you, Craig. Well, there you go.
Yeah, Craig, because you are.
I would not lead them astray. I would not do that. Do you know, Rachel, I spent a year and a half touring all of Florida to find where I was going to buy a house. It was like 20 years ago. And the coolest place in all of Florida is Sarasota. Not even close call. It is amazing. And so that's where I bought.
And why is it amazing?
It was built by John Ringling, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus.
Yeah.
And he did a really good job designing the whole thing and laying it out. And doesn't have quite the hustle and bustle of Miami, but it's gorgeous. Yeah. It's just a beautiful area, a lot of beautiful homes. The beach, Siesta Beach, is the whitest sand in the world.
You were saying that.
It wins awards routinely. And the downtown area is beautiful. There's a lot of culture, a lot of theater, a lot of entertainment, a lot of world-class events. Yet it's not too big a city, you know what I mean? It's just the right size where you can get to know people, and it's just a great mix of all those things.
Then it's not overcrowded.
It's getting there, but it's not too bad. It's not as bad as Miami area. Yeah.
Or here. Here's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
DC.
So okay, so what do you think? When are you going to do your next broadcast?
Probably sometime next week in between going to the lakes.
Okay.
I'll try and get it done. So good. I'm glad. Now we know how it works. Now we know what's happening. So we should be good.
Now you're going to build a place on the lake?
You can see the lake, but it's not on the water. And that's at Deep Creek Lake in Maryland. We're situated in between the water and the ski resort. So you can see the mountain in the winter and all. Yeah, so it'll be a good investment, I'm hoping. Typically, resort communities will serve well, especially now with COVID. That's something to keep in mind. People that are interested in purchasing property from an investment standpoint and doing Airbnb or something of that nature. Now everybody can work virtually, so they'll just work for a week virtually at a resort, or on vacation or at the lake or at the beach. So thank you, COVID, for that. That is a good thing.
And that's always been a beautiful area. Now, has it been over the years just continually improving? Would that be your guess? It's just getting nicer all the time?
2008, obviously, like most markets, there was a tank and they were a little bit slow to crawl back up there, but their heads bobbing above water and now they're starting to paddle on their own. A few restaurants got shut down, but they've got some really nice restaurants like the Duchess Daughter too, like we have in Frederick, but the second one's up there in Pine Lodge, and there's a couple restaurants on the water. You can just pull your boat up and some nice bars because that's always important.
Is it the same people that have the Duchess Daughter up there?
Yeah.
Is it the same owners?
I'm pretty sure it's the same peeps.
Cool.
So so we're excited to get started. And we want to do like a time lapse video of building up there. So we'll have to do that. We'll have to post that at some point. I think that would be cool.
There you go. Now here's Wags. He's a big investment guy. And so our Wags, he says, hi, Chip and Rachel. He calls me Chip. And he says, no doubt Craig has an eye for talented individuals. Question, tell us your secrets for looking young and fit.
I'm not young. You are so kind. You are so kind. So
what
kind.
Are your secrets?
I don't have any secrets. I think I don't really agree with the statement. So
you work out hard.
Yeah, we're at the gym like 5 days a week.
Yeah. I would call that something.
Yeah, half of it's social hour, half of it's actually getting workouts in. But yeah, you got to stay fit and active, right?
Do you get leads from the gym also?
Yeah. I've done a few things from the gym, and then people that I know at the gym. Just we all kind of know.
Which gym are you going to?
Just Health Unlimited in Mount Airy.
They're on Frederick.com.
I might have to tell Dan.
Can you ask them to come in and be on your show?
I can try.
See if you can interview some people from there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome, especially highlighting small businesses in the community. I think that's an important.
Yeah, I mean, we got to do what we can do. They're good folks, and obviously, it's
and that place
for
is
you.
Getting crowded. So we got to convince them to add on, maybe have a spa. Add the spa.
Is it actually starting to get crowded?
It is. Believe it or not. It was kind of nice during COVID. I still went during COVID because it's like an addiction, but so it was nice to not have so many people there. And then you have to wear the mask. But now that here in Maryland, they've opened things up, it's just packed.
Now, are they
array of people too? I mean, you've got young kids in their 20s, and then you've got retired age. It's nice. I mean, there's a vast array.
Are there hours when you can go there when it's not as crowded?
The best time when it's not crowded is in the middle of the day, like 2 or 3, but I like to go in the morning so I can get my chit chat on. Okay. And talk with everybody else that's there. And we'll have to keep that in mind as we start to do stuff.
Well, I mean, if they're too crowded, maybe we don't want to drive more traffic.
Yeah, please don't upset me. We'll have to wait for the equipment. That's such a pet peeve.
Yeah.
But no, it's good. It's good. So, all right. Well,
I think you're onto something here. I think you're going to be able to do something with this. And do you like this setup better than the setup you had?
I do. I think I just want to get a little bit more well versed with it and make sure I know what I'm doing. And of course, play with the lighting and the audio and all that. I was just kind of winging it today, so we'll have to
and get some photos uploaded and things like that.
Yeah, I'll get some photos and some videos and all that uploaded, and that should be easier.
Because the other thing you could do is you could do like some photos of some landmarks too that would be kind of generic, that would not be time sensitive. Like if you have a picture of a house that's listed, that's a limited amount of time, right? But if you have like the brand new school or something that was built, everybody's always interested what schools are, within the area of that house, right? And so that photo would be timeless, right?
I agree.
Some things like that, because you've got that beautiful school. What was it, Linganore, that was built not too far from you?
They built Oakdale.
Okay.
That's Frederick County. Yep. Oakdale, I believe, is their newest school as far as a high school goes. And I believe
that's I think I drove by it on my way to your place.
Did you? You took 144?
I think I turned left and went by it and came in the back way.
Okay. Then there's that one. And then we've got Mount Airy Middle School that's new here. It'd be nice to get a new high school. And that's it. I mean, Frederick's got a lot that's booming. I mean, between schools and then the housing industry in Frederick and then all the restaurants. And then they've really upped. I don't know what it's like in other places in the U.S., but they've really started to focus on the main streets, the historical main streets, really bringing those back to life and bringing vibrancy back just to the restaurants.
So you have a photographer that you're working with, right? That does
I have a handful, yeah.
So what you might want to do is pick the one that's your favorite and say, hey, listen, if you want to provide me with some generic photos to show of
actually,
the school.
I was talking about that because I have one of my guys that does a lot in Frederick. It would be great to put it up on the Frederick Facebook page. He's amazing. And you can even change out the profile for like aerial views of Frederick. Like they have the ones at Baker Park, and he's taken some really cool shots that you might want to
ask him. I would say, listen, can I use some of these photos in my broadcast, and I'll give you a plug. And you just say, this photo's by so-and-so, right? And that might get you some really cool photos to show, that maybe other people aren't showing.
Yeah, I think that'd be a great idea.
Here's another little comment, and then we'll wrap this up. Rachel, Craig and I was raised during the preppy years of the 70s. Our Bible was the handbook for preppies. According to the book, Craig's preppy name is Chip. Okay, there you go. All right. Yeah, Lisa Birnbach wrote the book, the Preppy Handbook. Believe it or not, that came out in like 1978, right during all that time. And so Leslie sent an email. Leslie, we'll have to show that in the next show because we're going to wrap this one up. Rachel, with the real estate market going crazy, you must be having a record year, says our web.
I am. I keep beating my records each year. Thank you for asking. Yes, in fact, I'm well on my way to hitting my record last year. I won platinum in my office last year, and that stunk. I didn't even go to the award ceremony for that. Bloody kids. But yeah, no, I mean, a couple associations outside of, I'm affiliated with some of the metropolitan area outside of DC versus Frederick. And so I won a few awards there. It's been great. It's been a good year, but remember, I'm sure you guys know, if you're wise investors, what goes up must come down. So I think it's just a matter of time. I did a show. You can find it on I don't even know if it's on YouTube yet. YouTube or my Facebook page. We had an economist on, a lender and an economist, talking about what's happening in the housing market industry, not only locally, but as a whole in the United States. And she gave her predictions from an economist standpoint, and then the lender, and then of course me. A lot of the data that you guys are seeing, as I had mentioned to Craig, is getting picked up a month or two after, right? So we're out there and we're seeing it as it's happening. And we're already seeing a little bit of a plateau here outside of the DC metro area where things are sitting on the market a little bit longer. So that's usually an indicator as what's happening. I think there was some new news announcements this morning about lumber prices starting to come back down. So I think it's just a matter of time. And then you put that in conjunction with the government handing out money like it's water. there will be some major repercussions for that. A lot of people took advantage of the forbearance, which a lot needed to, but then some didn't need to. And now all of a sudden, these mortgage companies are going to want those missed payments, not missed, but those forbeared payments. They're going to want their money back. And it's just a matter of time. And is the government going to keep bailing banks out from that? Remember what happened last year, or not last year, but last bubble, quote unquote. A little bit different. You know, the mortgage companies were handing money out and the qualification process was nothing. And people have the money now, but what's going to happen when all of these forbearance properties come due, and if they can't refi into a way that's going to meet that consumer's need, then what happens? We're going to have an influx of inventory, and then it reverts back to a buyer's market. So I think it's just a matter of time, but we're starting to see it. We're seeing, you know, how the wave, you see that white tip crest, it's doing it. It's doing it. I think within the next year or two, we'll see some major
Well, and
changes.
you can keep people posted as this progresses with your shows. All right, let's get a quick opinion on this house. I'm showing it on my screen now. Can you switch and make that big and you small, or you can at least make it the same size?
I'm trying. Can you do it? Click on yours and see.
I don't know how I can do that. I think it has to be. Maybe it has to do with the order that we were added or something. I don't know. This is something we need to figure out. But at least they can see. You can see roughly what house they're talking about in Sarasota. $444,000. Looks like a pretty cool.
Oh, Redfin. Is that high for that market?
I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,600 square feet. That's not too bad. It really isn't.
That's absolutely beautiful.
If they like the place and it's well built, it looks like it is. It looks like it's
close to the water. Yeah, it looks like it's close to the water too. That's wonderful. Oh, that's awesome. You better hurry fast. You better put those bids in.
Good ones move.
They do.
All right. Well, thank you for doing the show. And I'm looking forward to some really cool content from you.
Yeah,
content is king on the internet.
Yeah, we'll start pushing it out here. But thank you guys so much for all the feedback on the audio and visuals and stuff like that. So I'm excited to do another one here shortly.
So we'll see if you know how to end the broadcast.
All right. So then at this point, I just go over to end broadcast.